Thanks for joining tonight's deep release. So for tonight's practice, we will be working a bit with gratitude. So if you practiced with me last week or have practiced with me before, you know that the heart practices are an important part of my practice. Loving kindness, compassion, and equanimity. And I have been working with gratitude in particular this past month. So last week we worked on awakening gratitude for the breath. So opening through the breath, through the lungs. We did some sideways opening and some twisting. And tonight I want to keep building off of that trunk opening, but instead of the side body and lung sort of intention, I want to work more with the heart. So we'll do some heart opening as well as some hip opening. So for tonight's practice, I'm going to have us begin on our backs. I'm going to support my head with the foam roller. I like the foam roller just to lift the head a little bit and hug the contour of the neck. So that's an option. You could also always come to that suboccipital release with your therapy balls and the block too, if you prefer that. So for tonight, I have my foam roller, my standard size therapy balls, my alpha ball, and then my gorgeous ball and a block. So that will be more than enough. And if you don't have all of that, there'll be plenty of variations and opportunities to substitute. So like I said, I'm going to begin with my head resting on the foam roller. So just take a moment, make yourself really comfortable, set up a space that feels supportive for yourself, and make your way onto your back. And let the foam roller cradle the back of the head. The knees can be bent. You might even knock the knees together, or the legs could be straight. Whatever you need to arrive and feel completely supported, do that now. Begin from a place of support, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling where the feet touch the earth, the pelvis grounds, the back drops into the floor, arms supported and relaxed, and head cradled by whatever prop you have supporting it. Feel that connection to external support. Lean into it. Making yourself 5 or 10% more comfortable to begin. Doing as little as possible. So that you can start to move inward, cultivate an internal practice of self-listening, self-observation, self-study, which we call in yoga svadhyaya, self-study. And then maybe just to stay connected to the sensation of the body on the floor, add a little movement by rocking the knees side to side, rocking from one border of the sacrum to the other. Gently rocking in a slow, soothing motion. Noticing how that rocking maybe even gets a little bigger. And that rocking starts to move up to the chest. And ultimately the head, rocking like a mother rocking a child, cradling yourself, nurturing yourself, using that gentle rocking motion to erase or let go of any of the stressors of the day, what you're coming from or what you're going to. Just file that away for the next hour. And then find stillness again, reconnecting to the support of the floor beneath you. And then cultivate an awareness of your internal support of the breath. Just feel a couple rounds of breath move in and out of your body. No need to change it. No need to restrict it or control it. Simply allow it to flow. And then start to connect your movements with your breath, allowing the breath to drive the movement. So as you inhale, letting the back arch. And then as you exhale, letting the back flatten, tailbone scoop towards the knees. Inhale, back arches. Exhale, tailbone tucks. Gentle movement. Keep on going. There it is. Oh, I'm muted. Oh. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. So coming into a pelvic tilting motion now, arching the back and then flattening. That, oh, sorry guys. Arch and then flatten. Just awakening gentle movement of the spine in that same wave-like rocking motion. Observing now how moving the pelvis creates the movement all the way up the spine, and you may feel even a little gentle massage right up to the base of the head. And then pause again in stillness, letting go of everything. Maybe even letting the legs come down for a moment before we move on. And connecting to an intention for this practice. Now that you've connected to the internal and external awareness of the body through sensations and breath, maybe you can start to observe what the body needs most. And if you'd like to join my intention for tonight, my intention or affirmation for this class is, may I be grateful for all the possibilities this life has to offer. May I be grateful to all the possibilities this life has to offer. And awakening to possibility requires an openness, a readiness. So we'll begin by awakening some of the senses by doing a little eye work right here, which is why I chose the foam. So opening your eyes gently without trying to gaze at the ceiling. Just let the eyes rest gently on the ceiling, not looking at or for anything. And then take the eyes, let them go up and to the left. Pausing and holding, trying to look out the upper left corners of both eyes. Holding that for 3, 2, 1. And then release. Let the eyes drift back to center. Softening the eyes in the sockets. Observing without staring or without seeking. And then again, eyes look up and left. Holding for 3, 2, 1. And then releasing. One more time, look up and left. And then release. And now look up and right. From center, gently gaze up and to the right. Actively look up that way, contracting the muscles that pull the eyeballs up in the sockets. Feeling them contract, feeling the tension. And then releasing. Again, up and to the right. And then back to center, softening the eyes as they return, resetting, and then do one more round, up and to the right. And then back to center. Eyes soften the eye sockets. Observing the ceiling in front of you without straining to look or focus on anything. And then taking the eyes, drawing a circle from 12 o'clock down to 3, to 6, to 9, back to 12. Then smooth it out, going clockwise 3 more times. Over 60% of all of our sensory input is through the eyes. So opening to possibility means opening to seeing more clearly. And then release. Pause in the center, reset, maybe gently close the eyes for a minute, and then circle the other way. To 9, 6, 3, and back to 12. And then smooth it out as you're ready. Noticing if there's anywhere that feels really easy or anywhere that feels really hard. And then release. Let the eyes relax, soft gaze. And then let's add that eye movement into the spinal movement. So allow the foam to move out from behind your head, and then replace the foam with your hands interlaced behind the neck. And it's up to you. I might do it. Let's take that Coregeous ball or even your standard size balls, and let's put it right behind the back. So let's actually bring it right to that place behind the heart. This will give us a little bit more mobility here. And so really hug the whole neck so that you glide the pinkies up behind the head. And then inhale, arch back, spread the elbows, look up with your eyes into the top of the eye sockets. Take a breath in here, feel the stimulation here. And then as you exhale, hug your arms right by your ears. And then round, tuck the tailbone, and then look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch back, expansion. Eyes look up in the eye sockets. Exhale, eyes look down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Gaze goes up. Exhale, gaze turns in. Everything's a process of expansion, observing, contracting, and processing, coming back into center, into self. 2 more times. And then let's add a little bit of movement in the legs to this. So inhale and arch back. This time as you exhale, hug one knee in so the elbows hug the knee. Inhale, look up and back. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, back. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. After opening, observing comes action. So cultivating a little bit of heat around our intention. One more on each side after this one. Feeling a little bit of warmth, it's cold, so cultivating a little internal heat. Awareness of center. And then go ahead and let yourself just drop down. Now let the arms come out like a T or even a field goal position. And then allow the legs to come straight again, coming into this gentle supported fish. After movement, feel the coming down. So action, and then letting go of action into relaxation to allow the benefits of that practice to integrate. See if you can bring all your awareness back to the support of the body on the floor. Feeling the heart lifted up, feeling a sense of opening now. So you can't open the heart without the platform or a stable base. So in order to open the heart, we first cultivate a little bit of core. Finding stillness here, coming into your first real yin posture with supported fish. If you don't like the gorgeous ball here, if it feels a little too wobbly, the foam roller could come back into its place. And if the mind wanders, bring it right back to the breath. Notice what's happening in the eyes. Eyes can be soft or closed. Take a few more breaths here. Letting go, maybe even sighing with each exhalation. Maybe if there's a sense of irritability or anxiousness because you're anticipating what's coming next, repeat that mantra again to yourself. May I be grateful for all the possibilities this life has to offer. See if you can feel the sense of openness, of possibility, the sense of being okay with of not knowing what's coming next. And then removing the prop from behind you, maybe just rolling to the side, letting yourself for a moment just reground. Feeling yourself sink even more into the floor. The less efforting, the less holding, the more you're able to open, the more you'll feel a sense of spaciousness. So ease your way into the spaciousness, letting the layers peel back, like removing the veil to allow you to see more clearly, opening to the possibilities that lie ahead. And very slowly turn onto your bellies. We'll do a little roll here. I'll give you the option. You can use your Coregeous ball or you can use your Alpha ball. We will roll into the chest and the pec. And if you have neither of those, you can take your standard ball right on the block. But I'm gonna stay really soft tonight. I'm gonna stay with my Coregeous ball. And I'm gonna bring my arms out, kind of like a tripod, and I'm just gonna start to sway side to side across my chest. If you have a smaller ball, if you choose to use one of the harder balls right away, I would say just do one side at a time. And I'm creating this wave-like motion side to side. As you wave side to side, maybe incorporate that gaze with you. So as you roll one way, look over your shoulder towards your foot. As you roll the other way, look over the shoulder towards the other foot. And then maybe stick to just one side. So maybe just stay after that nice kind of unwinding, little twisting of the spine. You find a smaller spot, a place to land. So I'm going to land in the right chest. And if you notice, I let my right arm come out to the side so that I'm using my left arm like a rudder. The head can even rest on the floor. It can sway. You can even find stillness and just breathe right into where the ball and body meet. And then go ahead and switch sides, rolling across the chest on the other side, letting the arm come out like a T. The side that you're rolling is extra relaxed. The more you do, the less you'll be able to open into that sense of relaxation and ease. So whatever you're rolling, ask yourself, how can I let it relax? 5 or 10% more. And if you feel any onset of tension, just pause, find stillness, and use your breath. Let it go all the way. Find one more ball stop in the chest. Let the ball come right into the sternum. Right in the chest bone. If you can, let the head be heavy. Let the arms relax. And then focus your breath to that space between the shoulder blades. Let the breath ascend into that place behind the heart, between the shoulder blades and the heart, inviting openness 360 degrees around the heart space. Without forcing an openness, maybe greet an openness by repeating that mantra, may I be grateful for all the possibilities this life has to offer. Seeing everything as a possibility, as new experience. Opening to the newness of this breath, of this moment. And possibility, what will arise in the body and the mind. And then removing the Coregeous ball, propping up onto your forearms, placing your hands flat on the floor, spreading the fingertips, drawing back through the forearms a little bit. See if you can peel the shoulder blades down the back as you pull the heart forward. Notice what happens with your gaze. Let your gaze go right to about where the wall and the floor meet. And notice if you're straining. Oftentimes with back bending, there's an efforting. So notice if those eyes start to effort. Can you keep the eyes gentle and soft in the eye sockets? Almost like the eyes are smiling. Feel the openness and the expansion. The forward movement here. And then now bring the gaze down. Look down in your eyes, bring the chin down, and look towards center, towards your navel again. Press into the forearms and push the floor away with the shoulder blades, raising up into a baby plank. Pushing the floor away, gazing towards your navel. Turn into center, cultivating a sense of internal strength. Feeling the tremble, feeling the strength. One more breath. And then release. Inhale and expand. Let the head relax, maybe jaw open, maybe even take a deep breath in and stick out the tongue. As you gaze forward to what's next, letting go of anything that's holding you back by using that Simhasana or lion's breath. One more time, just like that. And then gaze comes down. Press the forearms into the floor. Feel the shoulder blades start to move forward. Starting to lift you. Come back into another version, another round of that baby plank. Cultivating internal strength. Remembering that we have to have a stable base to open the heart. We can't let go of everything and lose our center. So remembering to come back to center. This practice of opening and contracting is building resilience, the ability to adapt and to adjust, to check in and listen. Take one more breath here. And then allow yourself to come back down, opening. Try that lion's breath on again if it felt right for you. Watch what's happening with the eyes. Can the eyes stay soft, stay joyful, like they're smiling, cheeks smiling, eyes smiling, heart smiling, as the chest pulls forward, tractioning away from the low back. So forward more than up. Take one more breath. And then look down, gaze down first. Look towards center. Press through the forearms to lift yourself up. Can you relax the buttocks? So clenching the buttocks, that piriformis is connected with control. So can you let go of the need to over control, to clench? See what's happening in the jaw. The jaw corresponds with that. So soften the jaw. Look towards center. Find the breath in the belly. Feel the breath lift you like a hot air balloon rising. Take one more round of breath. And then lower all the way down. Letting go completely to the floor, relaxing. Sensing the whole front body now supported. Riding the wave of sensation, maybe the bit of warmth, maybe the increase in breath, maybe the increase in heart rate, letting it all come back to normal. Integrating this. Surrendering back and starting again, completely supported on the ground. And then finding your standard size therapy ball. You could use a plus ball, you could use the alpha ball. I'm going to use the standard size ball just so that my pelvis stays level tonight. We're going to come into the quad just a little bit. We're going to do a little pin and stretch here. So I'm going to come into the distal third of the quad. I'm going to find maybe 3 or 4 ball stops. And I want to focus on the bending and the straightening. So first, just find that just right point of sensation, and then bend and straighten. And then when you feel like that spot moves freely, like you can floss those tissues underneath the ball, glide the ball up just a little bit. And then find the next spot, traversing that ball up the quad, allowing for free bend and straightening and free glide and slide of those tissues.
Taking maybe about another minute here. Not too much time rolling the quads tonight. We're going to integrate a little contract, relax instead. And then taking the ball out. And just notice even that short bit of rolling, the difference in how the thighs rest on the floor. Maybe the side that you just mobilized feels a little wider and a little bit deflated, like it's deeper into the ground. And then here, we're going to do, we're going to take I just did my right leg. So let's all do our right legs. We're on the same side here. Take your left arm across the chest, so it's perpendicular to you. And then take the right hand. I want I would like the hands to be on the inside of your foot, like you're stretching the quad, but it's on the inside so that you're getting that chest opening that we just worked. So what I'd like you to do is press the left forearm into the floor. And then press the right foot back. Feel this effort in here to maintain this shape. Feel the pelvis or the pubic bone push into the floor. I want you to hold it for 3 breaths. Keep pushing with the foot. And then as you exhale, let yourself fold down. Feel the action and then feel the relaxation. Feel the pelvis continue to press into the floor. So you're getting a nice quad opening here. If you're not feeling anything, really ground the pubic bone, ground the fronts of the thighs, feel the whole front body press into the earth. As you do that, you'll feel a little bit more opening in the front of the thigh. If you're lazy in your back and pelvis, your leg's gonna flop and you won't feel anything. So just gently press into that surface. Again, feeling how that foundation allows you for more opening. So leaning into support, leaning into foundation, whether it's the floor, whether your core, it gives you more space to open. And then let's do this again. Press into your forearm, chest stays, gaze and chest go right ahead. And then press the foot back, hold it. 5 breaths. Pressing down with the left hand, pulling forward with the chest, pressing down through the pubic bone, reaching back through the right leg. Hold. And then releasing all the way down, maybe rotating your head the other way. Feeling again the difference in the 2 sides of the body. And then taking your therapy ball over to the other side, starting just above the knee. Bending and straightening the knee just to that point where you feel a bit of resistance. When you feel like those tissues can glide freely under the therapy ball, move it up a little bit. Bend and straighten again. Pausing at any point you feel sensation. Noticing if there's any clenching happening in the glutes, in the jaw. Letting go completely. You get to control exactly how much pressure you put into the ball. The more weight, it's not necessarily better. I want you to find that just right amount of pressure that allows you to be curious, that allows the body to change and transform and evolve as you bring awareness to it. So when you find that point of sensation, ask the body what it wants and what it needs. You have all the possibilities within you. So just take my words with a grain of salt and listen to what the body wants. So I want you to have the freedom to explore. Here, possibilities are endless. You get to find that just right place. You get to use that just right pressure. You get to move or stay still as much as feels right for you in your body right now. Take about 5 or 7 more breaths to explore. And then when you feel that sigh of release, that myofascial release, could be a sense of flushing, could be a big sigh, it could be warmth or pulsation. When you feel complete, remove your therapy ball. Take the right hands now in front of the chest. Left hand goes to the inside of the left foot. Keep the thigh on the floor. Keep the pubic bone pressing onto the floor. Keep the chest so the left shoulder stays down and moving forward. Push down through the right forearm. Feel the chest move forward as you press the foot back, holding for 3 breaths. And then lowering down, feeling how the foot moves towards the waist. If you're not feeling the quad stretch, press the pubic bone into the floor. Feel the belly, pubic bone, fronts of the thighs, press into the floor and observe how leaning into the support increases that opening. Feeling into opposites. And then again, press into your forearm, press into your foot. Chest bone moves forward. Try to keep the shoulders parallel. Thighs parallel. Thighs, pelvis, belly on the earth. Gaze is soft. Take 3 full rounds of breath here. And then release all the way down. Let your head turn directions. Surrendering back, letting go of any effort. Grateful for this support. And then open to what's coming next. Take your hands under your shoulders, press up, and just for a moment, coming towards child's pose. Hands could be in front or behind. You may want to reach for your block as we're going to come into lizard. So as you're ready, take your hands in front of you. Press up to hands and knees. Take the right foot, reach the right foot forward and to the outside of your hands, coming into a low lunge. So coming into your lizard. We'll have 2 different variations here, so we'll be here for a little while. So if you'd like, you can take your block, take the block maybe under your forearms, or you can take the block to rest the head. Find whatever support you need. Don't worry about forcing or pushing, just come to that first edge. That sensation, that first point of sensation that makes you curious, that asks for a bit of attention. And stay a while. Awakening to possibilities requires a leap of faith. So here, we're in this wide stance, moving forward into the possibilities that lie ahead. See if you can soften around the pelvis, letting go of fear. Softening around the jaw and the shoulders. Meeting yourself right where you are. If at any time there's any struggle, any irritability, come back to the sense of support of the floor. Leaning into that support. If there's any sense of feeling stuck, come back to the internal support of your breath. Feeling how each breath gives a little movement, allows the posture to change. And then we'll make this pose dynamic, integrating that heart opening by taking our right hand to the left foot behind. If it doesn't connect, you can use a strap. And if this variation just doesn't feel right for you at all, go ahead and let go of it altogether. And let's allow for a little bit of dynamic mobility here before we come to stillness. So feeling the breath move the body. Inhale, feel that expansion, lean back. Maybe the gaze goes back over the shoulder again, as we did way in the beginning while we did Cobra. And then look down, gaze towards the belly. So inhale, extend and expand. Exhale, gaze down and in, contract. Inhale, up and down. One more time. And then maybe pause at whatever place in this posture feels right. You may be looking down. You may be leaning back. Find that just right sweet spot for you. And as you find that sweet spot, see if you can soften the eyes again. Feel that sense of smile in the eyes, in the face, around the heart. Feeling a sense of openness, of possibility, of freedom to explore, the ability to evolve. Okay with not knowing what's coming next. Taking 3 more breaths here. Waiting for that sigh of release. letting that back leg down. We're gonna stay with that back quad opening. So we're gonna shift our weight back. You'll come through this half split, and then you're gonna sit down with the, I'm gonna turn and face you so you can see, with that left ankle outside of the left hip. And so here we're gonna come into a half saddle pose. So you can just stay here first, get both sit bones down to the ground. Observe how you're feeling here. No rush at all. And then you can start to let yourself recline back slowly. Maybe taking the block behind you. The block could support the heart. Maybe support the head. Or maybe you can continue down, taking all the time you need, observing each spot along the way that requires attention. Awakening to the sensations of your body. Letting your body guide you to exactly what you need most in this moment. And if you come down to the ground, maybe you interlace elbows. So hands to opposite elbows. Maybe the arms come up overhead. Or maybe the arms come out like a T. What allows you to feel open, curious, supported. Staying for a while. Following the sensations in the body. Feeling where the body touches the floor. Leaning into that support. Easing into the sense of openness. Through the sense of feeling supported, we can allow ourselves to open. So if there's any internal struggle, how can you make yourself feel 5 or 10% more supported with props or with letting go into the floor? And when you feel ready, take your hands down, press the arms into the earth, engage the belly, look towards the belly, pull the belly in to come up, engage to come out. Swing your hips to the right, let the left leg out. Maybe shake the legs out in front, just pausing, feeling that wave of sensation move through the body. Feeling the vibration, feeling the ripples or the resonance of this pose. Using that sensation and riding the wave to integrate it. Allowing the body to feel it fully. And then as you're ready, beginning again, make your way towards child's pose, pausing here for a moment. Gaining a sense of internal strength by coming back to center. before we expand. And as you're ready, this time come up through hands and knees, stepping the left foot forward. Maybe lifting the back heel for just a moment. You can always pad the back knee. I like to just lift up the back foot and land above the kneecap. But if there's any discomfort, you can pad under the knee or even below the knee so that the knee is hovering. And then just arrive into this lizard pose. Let go of the head. Let yourself be heavy. Notice if there's any guarding, any efforting. Give yourself all the support you need to allow yourself to stay in a sustainable way. Softening the jaw and the shoulders. Letting the pose evolve, maybe to your block or your elbows. Feeling both a sense of openness and spaciousness as the body stretches long on the mat. Yet at the same time supported. Feeling the feet, feeling the hands. Remember the ground beneath you. That ground that allows you to take a leap of faith, to move forward. Take a step into the possibilities of whatever lie ahead. Coming back to that support whenever you feel fear, whenever you feel ungrounded, whenever the stories or the mind start to take you away. Come back to the sensation of your body on the earth. And then as you're ready, take the right hand out, making a tripod between the back knee and the front foot and the hand. Reach the left arm back, bring the gaze back just as we did in that cobra way in the beginning. Same sensation, and then hand comes to the ankle, the inside of the ankle, just like we did on our belly as well. And now we'll feel that little tug of war again. Press into the hands, just as you did on your belly. Open the heart, expand and inhale. Exhale, come back to center, look towards the navel. Foot comes in, gaze comes down. Inhale back. Flowing here, moving as much or as little as your body needs in this moment. You are in complete control. Listen to the sensations of your body. Your body talks to you through its feelings, guiding you to exactly what you need to allow yourself to feel open, supported, feeling a smile come across the face, the eyes, the heart. And then maybe pausing at one point in the range that feels just right for you. Using that sigh, letting go. Letting those layers, the veil of things that are no longer true or no longer serve you fall away so that you can open up to this moment right now. Feeling it fully with all your senses. Soaking in the essence of the posture. And when you felt it fully, letting go with your back foot. I'll turn and face you again. You can just shift your hips back on your mat. But taking the foot out to the side, balancing the hips. So the hips sink towards the floor, knees come together. And then starting to explore what it's like to open fully. Leaning back, first to the hands, then to the elbows. No rush, nowhere to go. There's nothing that you're supposed to do. It's not supposed to look any particular way. Rest in the feeling state. The creativity, the possibility, the freedom to explore this pose for you in your body right now. Staying with the essence or the rasa of the pose of opening. If you make your way to the floor, arms can come up overhead. And then use that mantra again as a tether if it suits you, or coming back to whatever intention you needed most today. If you want to share my intention, you can repeat to yourself, may I be grateful for all the possibilities this life has to offer. Creating a sense of equanimity, of allowing of all things, grateful for everything. Remembering our heart practices here as our heart peels open, loving kindness. So gentleness towards ourselves, compassion, being with what is, just as it is right now. Sense of equanimity, welcoming everything without judging, and abiding in the joy that's our true nature. Oh, I forgot to say that earlier. So the fourth heart practice, when I mentioned it in the intro, I forgot to add joy. So abide in that joy, that openness to possibility, openness to your fullest potential. Feel the heart open, letting the breath wash away any layers, any curtains, maybe even any chains around the heart. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then bringing the hands down, pressing into the floor, hands and feet, bringing your gaze to your belly to come up safely. Let the legs come out in front of you, integrating this posture. Let the wave of sensation subside. Returning to midline. And then we'll make our way all the way onto our backs. So we'll go down slowly so we just get a little bit of core after that big back extension. And for Shavasana, or for our Yoga Nidra, if you'd like, you can always take the foam roller behind you so that you're in a little bit of that heart opening. Or you could also come use a bolster or a couple pillows. And just find whatever's comfortable for you. But before you get there, one more little core integration just to rebalance the spine. Again, building resilience. Bend both knees. Hands can be resting on the backs of the thighs. You're going to start to roll down, roll over the tailbone. Each backbone touches, one backbone at a time. All 5 lumbar segments, one at a time. Each thoracic segment rolls down, one at a time. Then feel the head relax. And then once you arrive on your back, give yourself a tight squeeze, curling yourself into a ball. Giving yourself a hug, grateful for this body, for everything it allows you to do, for your ability to move through this life and into potential, into possibilities that lie ahead. Really sense that gratitude with every cell of your body, and then let go all the way into your Shavasana. Take a moment to get yourself set up there. The work is done. So allow yourself to float back into that sense of support, returning right where you began. Supported, at rest and at ease. From that place of support, open to all of the sensory experiences, sensations, touch, smell, taste, sounds, particular visions, sights, dancing behind the back of your eyelids. Allowing all those sense doors to be open, to allow yourself to open fully, to receive, to be ready. To be awake. Completely awake, yet completely at ease. Allow the jaw to unhinge. Teeth gently parting.
Eyes dropping back in the eye sockets. Brain dropping back in the skull. Breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Breath moving in and out of the lungs. Left lung, right lung. Body breathing itself. Sensing the pulsations of the heart. Heart beating for you. Let the left arm, right arm, both arms be heavy, supported and at ease. The front of the torso, the back of the torso, the whole torso inside and outside, supported, open, and at ease. Pelvis, left leg, right leg, the whole lower body completely supported and at rest. Feel the entire body as sensation, awake, receptive, open. Bring awareness to your heart space. Like a petal or a bud opening, feel an openness start to arise from the heart. Openness, freedom, ease move from the heart into the left arm, into the right arm. Sense of openness and spaciousness moving from the heart up into the head and the face, and down into the torso. Belly open, pelvis blossoming. From the heart, that spaciousness and openness radiating down into the left leg, right leg. Feel your awareness radiating out beyond the limits of your body. beyond the room. Infinite possibility, feeling your awareness expand. And then bring the awareness back into center. Bringing it back to the beating of the heart. Grateful for this heart that beats for you from nearly the moment of conception. Taking a breath in, feeling the lungs expand, bringing life into you. Grateful how from the moment of birth, they're always there supporting you. Then breathe into the entire inside surface of the body, filling every crevice of the body. Sensing your edges. And then sensing your inside. Feeling all that space inside the edges as infinite potential. And then start to return movements to the limbs, wiggling the fingers or stretching the arms, awakening the body to what's to come. Staying in this place of support, roll to your side. Coming into the fetal position. Maybe one last hug and gratitude for yourself and your practice. And then press into the floor, coming up to sit. Bringing your hands into a gesture of gratitude. Thank you for your practice, for your time, for your bodies, and for all the ripples of good that will move from this place, from this community, into the world. Thank you. Namaste.